Hey guys, normally I don't record videos, but something happened yesterday that was a little too noteworthy for me to be just typing this up on Facebook. So I thought I'd make a video and kind of express some of the happiness that happened yesterday. And to some of you, this may seem a little trivial, but to me, it wasn't trivial at all. It was very, very important for me. It was a big day, big day. So yesterday, my buddy Doug Coco, who's a friend of mine from work, place I work, Sinatra here, he's the support manager. He invited me out to a bike ride. And, normally I do this, but he's so far away from me here in Arlington. I always second guess whether I can do it or not. But, it was Saturday night and we figured, well, I'll take the second car. I'll get the bike loaded, my mountain bike loaded, and I'll go after church. So I got everything hooked up and, I got to church and did the church thing. It was awesome. And then, decided to go on this bike ride with him all the way out in Flower Mound somewhere off of Heritage Trace. It was way, way out there. There's a Walmart distribution center way out there too. Anyway, I've done this ride with him before, and it was challenging. It was a little challenging, especially on a mountain bike. Riding a long distance on a mountain bike is never really advisable. I've ridden road bike for many, many, many years, and I know what it is to ride a long distance, and you really have to be prepared to go beyond 20 miles, on anything. And in 25 miles, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a real challenge. Your body has to be prepared. You have to have enough water. You have to been preparing. Otherwise, it'll be okay, but it could be a little uncomfortable for you later, obviously. So anyway, I went on this ride with him. I got out and we started riding. And it was okay. I was doing well. And then, as we keep going, we go all the way out and we do what is called hill repeats, which is basically you arrive at a place where there's a big hill and you basically ride up the hill, and then turn around and ride back down and ride back up and ride back down. And you do that, a few times, and that kind of helps your stamina, also increases your endurance and your legs, improves your leg condition and so on. So I thought, well, this is going to be fun. Let me do this. And so we kept going and we did one and then two hill repeats. Now, usually at two, I'm just like, I'm not going anymore because that's a lot. But he challenged me. He said, you need to do a couple more. So I did three and then four. And they said, oh, you got one more in you. I'm like, there's no way, dude. There's no way I could do 5 hill repeats and then go back home. I mean, we had ridden 16 miles up to that point, So I did the 5th hill repeat and I'm at 16 miles. And, we're on mountain bikes, not road bikes. Big, wide, knobby tires, not thin, skinny, tires. So, and the bike, of course, is a lot heavier on a mountain bike. So I was like, I don't know. So I went back and we did the 5th hill repeat. And then we started home, and luckily we had lights on our bike. It was getting late at night. So from there, we rode 9 more miles to get back to the place where we started. And I have to tell you, normally, at that point, yeah, it would be over. I would have to get somebody to come sag me out, and get somebody to pick me up, get the bike in the car, and take me out of there. But guys, that did not happen. My legs started to cramp a little bit on the top quads, but really, other than that, I was fine. And thanks to my friend Marlon King, who and I used to ride road bike, he taught me a special trick. If you want to get the cramps out of your legs, you put it in the highest gear, stand up on your bike and ride a little standing up like this, so you keep the legs pumping and you're working your quads out. So I did that a few times, and it was cramping a little bit, but still, I was like, man, this is unusual. And believe it or not, we finished all 25 miles with 5 hill repeats in between. And I parked the bike at the car and I got out and I started walking around. My cramps are pretty much gone. I'm just like, what the heck? What is happening right now? I mean, I don't even understand what's happening right now. It's making no sense. So I told him, I said, I don't know what's happening. I usually right now I'd be on the ball in the fetal position, on the ground, on the ball, on the fetal position, trying to come out of it because I'm in so many cramps. But I'm not doing that right now. I'm walking around the parking lot, just like jumping for joy, praising Jesus, And we go next door to the 7-Eleven, get something to drink, come back out, and then get in the car, and I go home, and there's no cramps. I get home, there's no cramps. I get in bed, there's no cramps. Usually if I lay down, there's going to be cramps in your legs, after a major workout like that. No cramps. And this morning, no cramps. I'm fine. I can walk around. I can run. I can jump. Things that I'd never be able to do with this level of exertion. It's amazing. And I'll tell you a secret. The only thing that I can attribute this to, besides God himself, but is God giving me wisdom to come see Dr. Brandon Pettke over there at Lifetime Fat Loss Centers. And let me tell you how important that was. I lost 20 pounds with that guy in his program over there. He's got the only program in Texas that's sanctioned here in the Texas area for this weight loss center. They have a bunch of them up north, but in Burleson is the only one he has, is the only one that's licensed here in Texas. That changed my body. That changed my physiology. I lost 20 pounds, but that also changed the ability that I have to conquer major tasks like that ride. Normally 4 years ago, I'd ride Hotter Than Hell twice. That's a ride in Wichita Falls. And I would get to the end of the 60-mile ride and, at the naval base there, and I'd be on the ground, creasing, fetal position because the legs are just cramped up and I can't walk. And I'd have to finish the ride pretty much walking it out or slowly riding back and limping along to the finish. This year, I don't think I'm going to be doing that, because things have just changed that dramatically. But I can't say enough about weight loss, number one. And number two, I can't say enough about your metabolic condition. Your metabolic condition being improved leads to things like this being able to happen. And if you guys are overweight, if you need to lose weight, if you think that there's no way possible, like me, for so many years, that I would be able to lose that weight, you need to go see that guy. You need to go see Dr. Brandon Pettke over there at Burleson Lifetime Fat Loss Centers. He made a tremendous difference. His program, it's all natural. There are no long-term supplements. After you finish the first 2 or 3 phases, there is nothing else to be taken. It's all foods that you can eat, from the grocery store. It's unlike any other program I've ever examined or had a chance to be a part of. It was tremendous. And today was the culmination of all that work. It paid off. And I can't say enough good things about it. Dr. Pettke, thank you. Thank you, Lifetime Fat Loss Centers. You guys changed my life. And I'm so looking forward to finishing out my goal weight at 185. It's going to be awesome. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks.